Kazatron, the conditions are just amazing out there.
And it's so hot in here, it's crazy. So I reckon we just go out and do something outside in the water and possibly in the dinghy so we can get some breeze.
Let's do a dinghy zoom around the island to the other side, because normally the other side is kind of rough, but now it should be flat and calm. It'll be awesome.
That's so true.
We can cool off in the wind.
We're about a week into our stay at the Ragged Islands in the Bahamas. Normally the wind is blowing out of the east at about 20 knots, making the windward side of the islands all but impossible to explore. But today was something very special. This place is so rugged. Look at this island, Kaza.
I know,
There's
the windy
nothing.
side of the island.
Yeah, normally it would be too gnarly to be over here.
Yeah.
But today's a special day.
I know.
This is as calm as it gets over here. Freaking cool though. Where do you want to go? Do you maybe want to anchor back there a little bit and I'll go look for some lobsters?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like a good idea.
It's lobster season in the Bahamas, and with our fishing permit, we're allowed to catch up to 10 lobsters per trip. The trick is to find them and get them onto the end of the spear.
Sleeping. She loves sleeping in the harness, so it's good.
Got a nice conch. I might just try and find one more conch, then we'll have enough for fritters.
Lobster like to hide under rock ledges and in caves, and getting a clean shot with the spear can be a real challenge. But patience and time are on my side, and eventually I would get us something for dinner.
Any luck? Oh.
Yeah, I missed 3,
Oh,
but I got 1.
wow. Good job, Brian.
I'm a terrible shot with this thing, but I'm getting better. They're down there.
Yeah?
They're just really hard to get under those ledges and the spear is so long, but we're getting there. 1's all we need for dinner.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job.
Thanks. It's really fulfilling to know that you're just getting enough for dinner that night, you know? It doesn't get any fresher than that.
This is the story of Delos, a sailboat adventurizing around the world for the past 10 years. And now we embark on our greatest adventure of all. Come join us as we take to the high seas and travel the world with the newest member of our crew. If you enjoy Delos videos, please subscribe. It's a great way to support our channel.
We did good, Kaza. We got 1 lobster, and then our neighbor scored the big haul today. And he gave us like 3 more big tails. So we got our choice between conch, fish, and lobster. Not a bad problem to have, huh?
Not a bad problem.
Look at this. This whole sink is just full.
Wow.
And so this would become our daily routine. I'd go out fishing and hunting for an hour or 2 in the afternoon, and then for dinner, we dream up mouth-watering recipes and take ourselves on a seafood-inspired culinary adventure.
Are you ready for some lobster? Yes! Yes! Tonight, it's our week mark of only having food that we caught from this area right here, which is pretty cool. 7 days of straight seafood. And tonight we're gonna do...
Well, we have, I don't really know what this is. It's like a lentil, leftover potatoes, butternut squash mush soup with lobster.
I give you a lobster risotto this evening. Kazachan, what have you been whipping up?
Well, I tried to do a lobster biscuit? What is bisque? Sorry.
Biscuit, lobster biscuit soup.
Ser så god.
You gotta give some to the nugget too. Look at her. She's like a little carnivore. Okay, so far we've had baked lobster. We've had normal boiled lobster. Both excellent. Now this one. Ooh.
Butternut squash soup with lobster.
Tonight, lobster mac and cheese. So yeah, you gotta have a lot of cheese and you gotta have a lot of lobster. The final touch. How much lobster do you want? Bon appetit. I had to sneak a bite shot in there. I heard an oh wow at some point.
It's just creamy, cheesy, lobstery. It's all there.
It's all there. That's it. That's all you
things.
need to know. It's all there.
So it is almost midnight and the wind has swung around, which has put us on the bottom. So I think Brian just started up the engine and we have out quite a lot of chain, so we might just try to pick up some chain and see if that helps.
So look, the wind is this way. The anchor is out that way. Which means if there's a current coming this way so strong that it's keeping the boat like off the anchor.
How much more do you think the tide will go down?
It's gonna go down like another that much.
What do you feel more comfortable with?
We could definitely motor out a little bit if you want.
Do you feel more comfortable doing that, or?
I feel that moving the boat in the middle of the night is a last resort. In the dark, it's easy to get disorientated and get yourself into even more trouble, especially in shallow water with an onshore breeze. But with a falling tide and Delos banging on the bottom with each passing swell, we decided the risk was worth it.
We moved out like maybe 200 meters.
I think that was the right call.
Yeah.
We got deeper quite fast. It's never nice to move in the night, but I feel that it's better to not hit bottom. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm exhausted. Good night.
Today is one of those days where I actually wish we didn't live on a boat. Yeah, and Sierra's a little fussy too, so we're all a little fussy today. Last night was not a very fun night. When the wind was coming out of more of like the northwest, it blew us in towards the shore, which was okay until it got to like super low tide. And then somewhere around midnight, the boat went boom, boom, and it was literally just resting on the bottom a few times. So we picked up the hook and we moved out a little bit more to give us a little bit more depth, which was fine. But now this morning, the swell is still out of the northwest and the wind is now out of the north, so now it's holding the boat sideways to the swell. which sucks. And as you can see, it's not nearly as nice as it was yesterday. It's a special occasion morning.
I know. It's our last avocado.
They lasted pretty long though.
I know.
And what's our food status so far?
I would say we're doing pretty good.
Yeah?
Mushrooms, tomatoes,
A shitload of lobster.
cheese. Oh,
Yeah. We're still doing really good.
I know.
We can stay out here another month, Nugget.
Yeah.
Easy. She looks like a little emperor sitting in that chair. So what have you been feeding Sierra?
She loves broccoli.
She loves broccoli.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, Sierra. Get it. Get it. Yeah. Enjoy that broccoli. Did pretty good. Oh, there's some down there. Gotta get it in your gob.
Ahoy Delos tribe! Summer is fast approaching, and we just got a new batch of our solar long sleeve shirts in the shop. They're available in men's and women's sizes to fit all, so just pop on over to svdelos.com/rashguards and grab one for that special person in your life.
So since Sierra is a bit fussy today and the boat is kind of rolly, Brian took her in for a little walk, and it's nice to get off the boat, and it gives me some time to do some work at home here.
Okay, here we go. Hoot. When I was flying the drone the other day, I saw some like ruins of some walls. So I figured I would just go check it out and see if there's anything cool. How random, Sierra. Look at it's a wall. Somebody built a wall out of all these limestone pieces. It just goes up the hill. Weird. I decided to take Sierra on a little walk today, just to give Kaz a little bit of time to be by herself on the boat. I think it's nice every once in a while to have a few hours to yourself, just to do whatever. She can just chill, she can work.
So when Brian goes in for a little walk with Sierra, it's like super nice just to get a little bit of time for myself, and I find that just having this, like, I don't know, 1 hour, 2 hours to like focus on the videos is absolutely great. Because it always takes a little time to like get into the editing, and then usually right as I get into it, like she wakes up. So it's very, very nice to get this time to, yeah, do some stuff on the boat. Like I just did the dishes before and just like, sometimes when she falls asleep or when Brian takes her, I just go outside and like sit and breathe for a little bit. It's amazing to have a baby, which it takes up a lot of time. As anybody that have a child out there will know that there are absolutely amazing creatures, but they definitely take up your time.
Is the sun in your face? No? Okay. Well, we've gotten to the top of the hill. The rock wall goes all the way up here, and there's this, looks like an old ruin of a building way up here. Man, imagine all the effort it took to build these walls all over the place. Wonder why they built a wall on this island. Maybe they were farming goats or something. And then over there, there's a salt pond in the middle of the island. And it looks like they were building something in there too. Maybe they were farming fish, lobster, who knows?
I later found out that these walls and houses are the ruins of failed homesteads. The settlers planned to farm crops, raise goats, and harvest and dry salt from the interior salt ponds. Unfortunately, the soil here is mostly just sand over rock, and the crops didn't fare well. About the only thing that does do well around here are the goats that still survive wild to this day.
The goat.
Cool. Is that the first goat you've seen?
Oh, the smell is terrible. Let's get out of here. Go back to the beach. It's nice there.
Conch can be a bit tricky to get out of the shell. The first step is to create a slit in the back of the shell to insert your knife. If your slit was in the right place, the edible portion should pop right on out with just a little bit of encouragement. Then it's just a matter of cleaning the meat and finally tenderizing it.
Conch for dinner!
Today's fresh catch of the day, conch fritters.
Up next on Delos, we decide to move our house to another island and find an abandoned beach house to explore.
Look at Sierra. She loves it.
You likes it?
Yeah.
The crazier the parents, the happier the child.
This is true. Eating broccoli! Eating broccoli! Broccoli! Oh! Audio test, audio test, audio test shot. Don't give me the blank face.
Honk,
Conch!
honk.
Conch! Conch!